E-commerce has become a part of our lives as we live in an increasingly digital world. With over 5 billion internet users worldwide, online sales exceeded $5.7 trillion in 2022 alone. This was close to 20% of goods purchased globally. But manufacturing aside, let's think about how we got from here to here.
Logistics consists of significant percentage of emissions globally. This percentage increases the more we consume. Naturally, emissions for shipping is going to increase.
The road freight industry is one of the largest polluters out there. They do it today with diesel. They use a lot of different carriers, and they need a way to get to cost-efficient, sustainable freight.
We are primarily using a human driving a 3,000 to 4,000 pound gas combustion vehicle to deliver something to someone's home that weighs on average 5 pounds. It's catastrophically bad for the environment.
Given the harmful effects of conventional freight transportation, how can we decarbonize the logistics industry? Powered by conventional fossil fuels, road freight is predicted to produce 25 million tons of CO2 emissions by 2030. And this is why we turn our attention to electric vehicles.
The world is moving towards cleaner energy solutions. Electric vehicles, they are going to have lower emissions than the current solutions, right? Anything that burns fossil fuels. A lot of transportation will become electric. We already see that in many countries. By catalyzing innovations and novel tech solutions in the EV space, we can improve the performance and efficiency of EVs, which will make them or the services they provide more attractive to consumers and accelerate adoption.
NRAD makes freight mobility solutions. We help global organizations to go from their current unsustainable freight solutions into sustainable ones. What we're supplying is a system of assets, both manned and unmanned, that move things from point A to point B in a sustainable way.
Based in Sweden, NRide works as an end-to-end logistics network solution that is fully electric. At the core of this network is NRide Saga, a central hub that uses data and artificial intelligence to coordinate the movement of the entire freight ecosystem. This system gives a bird's-eye view of freight movement so that companies can decarbonize their existing diesel-run logistics network.
When we deploy, we look at normally a 95% carbon emission reduction. Real benefit you get out of electric is you'll have vehicles that live longer, they'll have high reliability, and you'll have a fuel that can be cheaper in terms of electric cost. And when you have an electric fleet of vehicles, the next obvious step is going autonomous. So that's why we do all of it. Our system is not about removing drivers specifically. It's going to be both manned-driven systems where that makes sense, and it's going to be autonomous system where that makes sense. And I think where you get the greatest value, that's where you have both of these technologies working at the same time, where they have the best fit.
As we move into an increasingly autonomous future, deliveries will be faster, more accessible, and sustainable. And in some cases, a game changer in saving lives.
Zipline is an automated logistics company. We use autonomous aircraft, some of which you can see behind me, to make deliveries to hospitals, health facilities, and now homes that are 10 times as fast, half the cost, and fully zero emission. All of these vehicles are fully electric, and the advantage of that is that when a vehicle lands, we can basically swap the battery, and then we can have that vehicle back in the air just a few minutes later. So we don't wait to charge. The vehicles can essentially always be making deliveries. To place an order via Zipline, you really just can press a button on any smartphone, and then we will deliver the product that you order directly to the GPS coordinates of your home or your apartment building.
Beyond healthcare, Zipline has also expanded its operations to push the limits of delivery. Today, food delivery and consumer goods are already being delivered via Zips.
transitioning to these kinds of technology is not only good for the environment, but it's just a fundamentally better customer experience. And I think that's the exciting thing about what the next 5 to 10 years holds.
With companies like Zipline and Enride pushing boundaries, the future of logistics lies in the solutions of today.
We are a generational investor. We look for startups driving disruption, big ideas that can make the world a better place. And when you're set up like that, you can't just look at economic returns. Economic, environmental, and social factors, these three things matter. And when you have a company that's pushing all three together, great things start to happen.
Everybody is thinking, so can I do something in order to bring down the CO2 emissions? Because we know that that's something the whole society needs to collaborate on and get done. Every year, hundreds of thousands of diesel trucks are being made. If we don't start replacing them as soon as possible, the transition is going to take way, way, way too long.
The way I think about it is, do I want my kids to not be able to see all these things that I'm seeing today? And that is a very real, very scary possibility. It's not too late to address the climate crisis, but it will require significant action on the part of individuals, businesses, and governments around the world. We need to approach this with the mindset that we are planting trees today whose shade the next generation will sit under.